you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open, and you should.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh!
Along comes Fiona. Mike, his girlfriend, and Fiona are hanging out. After a little bit of time passes, Mike and his girlfriend start to get a little bit more intimate. Fiona doesn't leave, and for some fucking reason, Mike doesn't tell her to leave.
Huh? Freaky roommate, man. But true. We're gonna see what this is talking about. True makes some great story times, so I'm excited to get to another one. He hasn't been posting for a minute. Let's go and tap in.
Enjoy. All of the previous roommates I'd had in my apartment moved out. Some of them couldn't afford to live there. Some of their boyfriends didn't like the fact that they had a guy for a roommate. Some of them, I can't really say why because it's not my story to tell. And don't get me wrong, I genuinely thought most of these people were cool in their own individual ways. So of course I wished them the best and told them we would always be friends. But I was at my limit with some of these people. Like I said, most of them were really cool at the end of the day, but there were some huge problems that I can realistically say I am not going to miss. Such as having people routinely crash out on me because it's their period and for some reason that gives them the right to be an ass. Weekly and sometimes bi-weekly drug-induced anxiety attacks. Beefing with their boyfriends because they for some delusional reason think that I want their girls. So like I said,
that's the issue with living with women. As a guy, we really can't relate to all of their problems. And then also, if they have a boyfriend, that it's just gonna be weird because they're always gonna think, yo, this nigga's trying to you or is you. It's just what it is. That's how guys think, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Said, awesome group of people, but even awesome people have problems that make them, like, extremely not awesome to be around. I do kind of miss them sometimes, though. I really wonder what they're up to. I don't know. Maybe if things went a little differently, then we could... What the hell was that? One thing that sucks about living alone is there is literally no one to blame all the random noises you hear around your house on. I developed this habit of getting up and leaving the room I was in because I was certain somebody was spying on me. I started unlocking a lot of fears about being in my room animating. Because with me being the only person here, the only person somebody could hurt if they got in here was me.
Was you, yeah.
Give me your ass. You see me looking at give me your ass.
And like I said, I still like living alone, but there was just some things that were not worth it. Like the rent is so much more expensive when it's just you paying for it versus you and 3 other people paying for it. It was almost like $2,000 a month. Not to mention at that point, the price of almost everything was going up. I was dangerously close to giving head for a carton of eggs, bro. That would have been a real low point. So after a while of thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I guess I've had my fun. It's time we get some roommates to fill all these empty rooms. But I didn't want just anybody in here. It was important to me that I maintain my peace this time. So I started scheduling some interviews to look for possible roommates. Out of all the interviews I had, there were 3 people that stood out to me. Fiona, Michael, and Kimmy. And also this other dude that I used to hang out with, but he lost his phone and went AFK right before the interviews. The person I really wanted though was Kimmy. We had known each other for almost a year at that point, and she was also looking to move out of her parents' place. But due to what I can only imagine is the way that I look, going against their traditional Asian values, they did not want her moving in with me. It actually escalated and they—
Bro, Asians be low-key. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I've met a lot of Asian older people. They just don't, like, they have a stigma. Every single black person they see, they give a stigma to. It's weird. I don't know why their parents be so iffy. I don't know.
Ended up calling. And even though she couldn't live there, she would come to visit me like almost every single day. Which, in my opinion, makes it like she actually does live there, so I don't really know what her parents were going for.
Yeah.
But Fiona and Michael seem like cool people, so the last thing left for them to do was to sign the contract. After that, we shook hands and— that does not look like they're shaking my hand, bro. Come on. For a while,
it look like they trying to pay off they fucking rent a different way, man. How they look like?
They never really struck me as weird people while they were living there. I always spent most of the day animating. Usually around the time that I wanted to call it quits, Mike would come home from his job with a 6-pack. Fiona was always a different case though. She loved to talk and I always thought that was really cool about her, but every now and then, she would say some very not PG-13 stuff in the conversation. And me, with the sense of humor that I have, I always thought that was hilarious. But Kimmy, on the other hand, did not find it to be the most charming. I didn't really—
Oh, so Kimmy likes you. That's what's going on. She wants to like move in. That's why she always be over. I thought y'all was just friends. Okay.
Care, bro. As long as they were paying their rent, I didn't have any problems with them. Like I said earlier, I'm usually at home animating. One day, I'm sitting at home wrapping up this absolute fucking masterpiece, bro. I got my headphones in, just kind of tuning out the world. But in the corner of my vision, I can see Michael and Fiona arguing about something. But I'm right towards the end of finishing the video, so I don't really care that much. But through my headphones, I can pick up some noticeable buzzwords such as girlfriend and talking. So I'm like, okay, let me remove my headphones and pay attention to the conversation that's happening in front of me. And I've been trying to be a little bit more sensitive with my stories. This is a gross fucking topic, but the YouTube friendly version of it is Mike was in his room with his girlfriend. Along comes Fiona. Mike, his girlfriend, and Fiona are hanging out. After a little bit of time passes, Mike and his girlfriend start to get a little bit more intimate. Fiona doesn't leave, and for some fucking reason, Mike doesn't tell her to leave. So she just watches them from start to finish. This was the—
What? What? Huh? The fuck? What the fuck going on, y'all weird ass freaky
dumbest
apartment?
ever chain of events that anybody has ever told me happened because all of it seemed very easily preventable. So when they—
So these niggas just had a threesome? Or like, was she just watching, just fingering herself? Like, what the fuck going on?
tell me what happened, I'm like, haha, you guys had me going. I actually thought you guys were seriously arguing. You guys are kidding, right?
What the hell?
Brother,
But that's the issue of having girl roommates, nigga. Like, if y'all are both attractive people, you can only be around somebody you're attracted to for so long until you want to rip their clothes off. It's just human nature, my nigga. So obviously that's what's happening there, and him having a girlfriend isn't really stopping it. I assume they probably, Mike and Fiona, whatever their names, yeah, Mike and Fiona, they was probably messing around before then, and then Fiona may have gotten jealous and wanted to be involved this time. You know, his girlfriend was here, so it's kind of weird that the girlfriend didn't have a problem with her being there either. They must have been doing this shit often.
When I found out they were serious, that really pissed me off. Because I've been in situations where people live together and they confuse those freedoms of living together with also thinking they should do other things together. And by the end of it, everybody has a delusional idea about what went down, why it went down, who wanted who, and who wanted what. And if you cannot safely live with somebody without crossing those boundaries, and once you two decide to take that step across that boundary, you're arguing about it later instead of taking responsibility for your part in it, you clearly weren't smart enough to make that decision in the first place. Fiona, you should have left. Michael, you should have told her to leave. Neither of you guys did what you were supposed to do in that situation, so neither one of you was more the good guy and neither one of you was more the bad guy. Stop arguing about it and grow the fuck up. The craziest part is
just fuck. I mean, at this point, y'all want to just fuck. I mean, at this point, like, the barrier's already crossed. You can't go back now, so it's just fuck. Get over with. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. That's why you shouldn't be roommates with a different gender. Just stick to your own gender. Everything will just be smoother, man.
From what I noticed, despite both of them having this argument previously, she still hung out around him religiously, like every fucking day, every second of the day. Besides
she likes him.
Did not even remotely seem like Michael's girlfriend liked Fiona. And I can't speak on their relationship because I'm not in it. Trust me, I understand that. But from the outside looking in, it seemed like one of those do whatever the fuck I say or you won't be my girlfriend by tomorrow type deals. And there's a lot more to it than that, but that's not my story to tell. I did not want there to be any more relationship drama where I lived. One day, me and Kimmy are texting each other and we're furious because she thinks that the MCU Hulk is better. I'm an actual smart person, so I think that the early 2000s Hulk is better. She's like, all right, you know what? F you. I'm coming over right now. We're gonna watch this early 2000s movie, and if it sucks, we're fighting. She comes over, we're on the bed sitting down before we actually start watching the movie, and in the middle of talking, she just kind of stops and makes a face. First, I don't know what's wrong with her, but then I start making the same face. Because we both hear these really weird screaming noises that are coming from the next room over from us. We both just laugh it off and keep trying to talk over it, but it is not working because it literally sounds like somebody is dying in the most dramatic way possible. After some time passes, I get a little worried, so I just give her the bowl of popcorn. I get up and I'm like, I'm sorry, one of my roommates must be playing like a game or something right now.
I don't think he's playing a game.
I walk out of my room, into the main hallway, and when I do, I see that Fiona's door is open. I go up to the door to ask her if she's okay, and dude, I'm gonna put it like this, but take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open, and you should—
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! She was DJing. Oh my gosh!
Not be that loud. That's all. So I close her door to give her
What
some
the hell?
privacy.
Yo, what type of roommates did you get, my nigga? These porn stars? Like, what's Fiona's occupation, man? Why is she so freaked out?
Doing that kind of stuff with your door open is disgusting. And that was honestly my last straw with these people.
You gotta kick her out.
It was going to suck having to pay almost $2,000 by myself for rent, but you know what? It's better that happens than for me to have my female friend be subject to this kind of stuff every time she comes over here. So you know what I did? Bro, we can't just talk about this? Oh, sure you can. Alright, man, so where I'm coming at it from is and just like that, the place was back to being quiet. But it was a different kind of quiet. Because at least this time, I learned for sure it's better to be happy by yourself than be miserable in a room full of people. Also, I learned that Kimmy's usually right about this kind of
I'm still on their head.
Okay, so Kimmy's the philosopher. She like the smart girl. She, you know, at first I thought she liked you. That's why she wasn't with Fiona's freakiness. But now I peep it. Yeah, that's interesting as I ain't gonna lie. DJing while your door is wide open is so crazy. That's crazy as I don't know how you just went through that shit, bro. That's crazy as man. I ain't gonna lie, she's weird. Was Mike in the room too, or was it just like Mike was just doing some other shit? I don't know. Fiona seems like a weird person, man. I ain't gonna lie. Besides that, guy can stay fly. Let me know what y'all think about this story. If you want me to do another one. Listen, we out, man.